Michelangelo sonnets in 1940, about a year after he arrived in America. They were the first work he wrote specifically for Peter Pears. What you hear from a recording that they made privately in 1941 is the extraordinary youthfulness and flexibility of Pears's voice, and sometimes it sounds almost like a woman's voice. It was said that Pears sounded remarkably like Britten's mother. They didn't perform the work until 1942 when they returned to the UK, and that would have been in September at the Wigmore Hall, and this was very much a homecoming event and a major landmark in Britten's career. With the Michelangelo sonnets, there's possibly an element of camouflage that he's setting a foreign language because the music is overtly a love song to Pears. And it may be that he felt that by setting it in Italian, he wasn't making it as clear as it is, for instance, later in Canticle 1. The setting of Italian is remarkably fluent. I think Britten said that he had help from Italian speakers while he was in America. And Pears copes with it in a most remarkable way. It's particularly in the second and the sixth sonnets, which are both very fast. The number of words he has to get through is quite astonishing. And he seems to be completely on top of it at this very early stage, the first time they'd really worked closely together. I had the extraordinary experience of hearing Pears in his 70s sing these same sonnets with Perahia. And at that age, he still had this extraordinary flexibility, not perhaps such a good grasp on the high notes, because there's some very high writing here, but something that's indelibly stamped on my mind. For this year's Aldeburgh Festival, I was asked to orchestrate these sonnets, which at first I was slightly frightened by, but then really got into the swing of. I mean, they translate remarkably well into orchestra. It's not been a hugely difficult task, and I wanted to use a full orchestra, not unlike Our Hunting Fathers, which dates from about four years before, but shows Britten's remarkable command of the orchestra, something I can only try to aim at with these settings. But it was a great challenge, and they'll be performed in the opening concert of this year's Aldeburgh Festival.